making some noise for your host, MightyJoeW. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mighty Joe Show. And I have some good stories. I'm in the storytelling mood today, so I want to tell you some funny stories from my past with gaming. But first, a word from my sponsors, myself, gamesandkeys.com. If you love music, video game music, and you want to learn how to play with the sheet music and the MIDI files, go to www.gamesandkeys.com. What does that mean? Video games and piano keys. Make sure you go download from Games and Keys to play these songs. Also, MightyJoeW.com. Almost ready. So you'll be able to go there pretty soon and get all kinds of new content. GamesandKeys.com, MightyJoeW.com. What's up, everybody? I don't have any sponsors, so I'm shouting myself out until I get some sponsors. And very happy to be talking to you guys again. I had a good week, an exciting week for me. Spent a lot of time just trying to clean up MightyJoeW.com so that I could be uploading additional content for you guys. And eventually, I won't get all into that because you never know how those things will go. Had a busy weekend. Saturday, got up, had Insanity in the morning. Insanity is tough, but I love it. Whipping my butt into shape. Then had a meeting and bunch of other things. Played for 4 services this weekend. Everything went really well. I was holding down on the keys. Had a good time. And it's Sunday night as I'm recording this. I have jury duty early in the morning. I've never been, so I don't know what to expect. Guess I'm gonna wear slacks and a button up. And honestly, I don't want to get picked. So we'll see how that goes. For anybody that had jury duty, yeah, I really don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I wanna actually, before I get to my stories, I just wanted to give a shout out to the indie games that are on PlayStation Plus, because I've never quite been one to just try out games without knowing anything about them. But I was just like, you know what, I'm getting these free games on the PlayStation Plus. Let me just try one out. So I went to, now I forgot the name. I think it's called Valiant Heart or something like that. Shoot, I should have looked that up before I started this. But it's a game that takes place in the Great War. Actually, I'm going to look up the name right now just so you can know exactly what I'm talking about, because the game really drew me in. It's kind of, Valiant Hearts. It's called Valiant Hearts. The music is beautiful. There's storytelling taking place without any dialogue. There's history, and the gameplay is unique. And it took me a minute to figure out how the developers think, because they don't give you a whole lot of direction with what you're supposed to do. And some things, it took me a minute to figure out. So once I got the hang of it, I'm like, man, this is a pretty fun game. So I'm going to try out all these different indie games that are on there, see what I like. Got some ideas musically, so I may be doing a piano tutorial or 2 from that game. So be on the lookout for that. But I want to get to my story, how we ran into a cop car for a video game. Now, this takes me back when we're living in Illinois, Frankfort to be specific. It's a suburb of Chicago. My brother had to be about 16 at the time, so that would put me at right around 8. So he was kind of new to driving. So we had a Funkoland that was a couple of towns over. Funkoland, I believe they turned into GameStop. I'm pretty sure GameStop acquired Funkoland. So that was the spot for us growing up. And I remember we had our PlayStation 1. We didn't have it that long, so we were going to get, I think it was our first, no, it was our second game, because when we got the PlayStation, we were given a game for Christmas. So we were really excited about going to get a game, and he was a mean big brother, but it was a few times when he would let me come along, and that was one of those times we got to share that moment together. So I remember driving, or him driving, me riding on our way to Funkoland. What game did we get? I think we either got Jet Moto or NBA Shootout. Was that? Can't remember. It might have been Jet Moto. That was one of our first games. Shout out to Jet Moto. That game used to be so fun. I used to play that all the time. So anyway, in Funkoland, we got our game. Super excited. Can't wait to get home to play. get in the car. He backs the car up. Bow! What in the heezy was that? Turn around. It's a cop car he just ran into. Just ran into a cop car. We were black. It was a white area. This was the 90s. It wasn't the 60s, but things are a little bit better than they were then. And I didn't know what was about to happen. And in my 8-year-old mind, it was so much more than backing into a cop car. It was like he just ran into a cop car and was shooting in the air and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what it felt like, hitting a cop car. So I remember, man, the cop comes up to the driver's window, and I don't remember what he asked him for, but he made him get out, and he ended up putting him in the back of the cop car. So I'm an 8-year-old kid looking at this, looking through the back window, seeing my brother in the back of a cop car. I don't know what they're doing to him. There were a lot of police brutality during that time. Rodney King, for those of you that don't know that, you may want to look that up. He was beaten by the police, and just had all kinds of things running through my mind. I was so scared. I didn't know if I would ever see my brother again. I didn't know if they was about to beat him in the back of the car. I didn't know if they was going to let him out. I didn't know if he's going to jail or how I was going to get home. I just remember crying. I was scared. And so he's sitting in the back of that cop car, and I'm like, out of all the cars, I'm like, what? How did he hit a cop car? So anyway, long story short, they didn't take him to jail. I don't know what man, I need to ask him, like, whatever happened with that? Did they let you off with a warning, or did you have to go to any classes or pay for anything? Because I don't know what ended up happening, but I know they let him go. We got to drive home, and we we eventually got to play the game. But I remember that was just really scary as a kid, seeing your brother in the back of a cop car. He black, cop white, finna get his butt whipped in your mind. But it didn't happen. Thank goodness. So that was that. Never ran into a cop car again that I know of. So another story I want to tell. And I'm not going to reveal any names. You know what? We're going to call him Sherman. I had a friend named Sherman growing up. And Sherman was a funny dude. He was, he lied a lot. He lied about everything. And, I don't know how specific I want to be. He probably never listened to us. But just in case he do, I'm not going to give too many details. But he's one of them type of kids that just would make stuff up. Just stupid stuff. And like, why would you even lie about that? And he would always say, ask my mama. You can ask my mama. So that was his thing. He loved to say, ask my mama. We didn't want to ask his mama. So anyway, he was hooked on Grand Theft Auto 3. That was his gang. He loved it. He played it all the time. I remember one time we had a sleepover, and he was playing nonstop, and I got up to use the bathroom at like 6 in the morning, and homie was up already playing some GTA 3. Now his big thing was, it's kind of a sense of pride playing the game and beating the game without using cheats. He used to always put cheats in and lie about putting the cheats in. And we would catch him putting in the cheats, like he driving and his car's on fire, he putting in some cheats. And we say, man, using cheats. And he would always be like, man, I ain't using no cheats. I'm too good this game to use cheats. Next thing you know, he putting cheats in. So we used to always get on him about that. But yeah, he loved GTA 3. He used to go crazy playing that game nonstop. He used to put in those cheats all the time and lie about it. And that brings me to some pet peeves I have about gaming. I think my biggest pet peeve about gaming is that when you whooping somebody's head in NBA 2K and they either restart the game or turn the game off. That has happened to me multiple times. I have trust issues because of it. And those people always want a rematch. And I ain't gonna name no names again, but somebody in the family is a sore loser and does that all the time. I stopped playing with him because of it. And he one of them cats that you could beat 19 times, and if he beat you that 20th time, everybody's gonna hear about it for the rest of life and eternity. Everybody gonna hear about that one time he beat you out of 20. That's really annoying. I'm better. I beat you 19 times. I'm better. That happened in real life basketball too. Beat me one time when I hadn't played basketball in like a year. I was out of shape. So I couldn't really, your lungs start to burn after a while. Your thighs lock up. Beat me one time. He's playing like every day. It's personal. It's homie bragged to everybody. You know who he is. I ain't gonna name no names. But anyway, the moral of this story is be an upstanding, good citizen. Don't cheat your way to the top. And don't be a jerk when you finally do beat somebody. Have humility when you win. Act like you've been there before. Don't be a walking troll. Don't cut the game off when you about to lose. Take that butt whipping like a man or a woman. Like the man or the woman that you know you are. Don't do that. It's wrong. It's evil. That's petty. It's childish. I don't like it. I know it don't feel good getting your butt whipped. But it is what it is. Makes me think about Mario Kart. I love playing Mario Kart. But there's certain people I can't play with because I always win in Mario Kart. I got good techniques. I'm a good driver, but I have good techniques. For example, one of the things I always do is most people I play, I'll say 9 out of 10 people that I play with on Mario Kart, when they get a power up, they use it right away. Big mistake. Big mistake. You don't want to use it right away. You got to be strategic. It seems like it's a game of randomness and luck, but there's a lot of strategy that goes into winning the Mario Kart. So, for example, if you are in the front, there's no reason to use your shell right away. Hold that thing behind you, especially if you get the 3 shells revolving around you. Keep those around. That's protection. That's defense. And then if somebody if they throw a shell at you, it's gonna hit the shell either that you're holding behind you or that's surrounding you. Same thing with bananas. If you're holding the trigger, the bananas will stay behind you. So somebody throw something at you, it's gonna bounce off that banana. That's something I use all the time, and it works, man. That's a good technique. That's why I'm always winning at Mario Kart. I'm the man. I need to play the new one or the most recent one because I haven't played the most recent one. Anyway, those are a few of my stories. Anything new in gaming, the only articles that I've seen today was one was talking about, is this the end of the PS3 and the Xbox 360? I don't know what you can consider the end of consoles, especially when there's so many good games that people haven't played. I think the difference now is that, consoles continue to not be backward compatible, and they're starting to do the HD remaster versions of everything. So that I guess people won't have a need for the old consoles, but still some really good consoles, powerful consoles. I still see people using them for years to come. And then the other article had to do with mobile gaming, the state of mobile gaming, if that's taking over consoles. I really don't know. And I'm not going to get into that because I don't play mobile games, so I can't speak on that. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is I had some interesting conversations with one of my other friends. I'm going to have to give him a shout out on his YouTube channel, and this will have to go on another show, but he's a PC gamer trying to get me converted to PC game, and I'm not opposed to it at all. It's just when I have the finances set aside for that. But he's under the belief that to make it on YouTube with gaming, you have to be a PC gamer, and I'm like, I don't disagree with you, but I think homie could hold it down on consoles. We'll see. But as you see, I have a lot of different things on my channel, so that's not the only thing that I'm focused on. Hey, I don't know what just happened, but the recording stopped. I had no idea. I went into some good stuff. No, it wasn't that great. I was just talking about the exclusive I like on PlayStation, and I wasn't really talking about anything too important. So, dang it, wish that didn't happen, but oh well. So, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. If you're on spring break, be safe. Hopefully, you get good weather, not this cold, bummy weather. And yeah, have yourself a great week. I look forward to making more videos. Be sure to watch the videos, comment, like, do all that good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.